Hello and welcome to my first episode of Minecraft Hardcore. My first question to you all is, how long do you think I'm going to last in this world? I'll give you a little bit of context. When I first started Minecraft on PC, I nearly made it to 100 days in Hardcore, but sadly I never recorded it, so you're obviously not going to believe me, are you? Which is fine. The second time I tried it, I actually recorded it and uploaded it, and I made it to 14 days. Yeah, 14 days. It's insane, innit? But anyway, what we're going to do right now is just gather up as materials that we need, and we're just going to go any direction, really. So I set out on my adventures collecting wool so I could craft a bed. I also came across a few cows so I could take their meat and leather. Eventually I crafted myself a boat and found a river, so I thought, you know what, I'm just going to sail down this. I saw this little cove and I thought, that'd be cool for like something like a pirate. So yeah, I carried on going, then I eventually ended up in a mesa biome, or the Badland biome, I think that's what it's called, I'm not too sure. I saw that it was getting dark, so I thought, you know what, I may as well make myself a bed right now so I don't forget later. And next to me is also a mine shaft, so yeah, we're going to explore that, and we also find some good things in there too. I saw a spot where the sunset were going down, so I thought that'd be a nice place to just bunker down for the night. I also made a furnace so I could cook all my food up that I'd been gathering. Eventually we went to sleep and woke up bright and early on the next day. As I was walking through, I was avoiding all spider spawners, and I also found another mine shaft, so I thought I'd go and explore that one instead. There were literally nothing there, so I left, keeping my eyes out for another mine shaft that I would eventually find. I were also keeping my eyes out for mine carts, which for some reason were above ground, which I've never really seen before. I didn't want to stay for too long, so I ended up leaving. And then I thought, I'm also in a desert biome, so I might find myself a desert temple. As I was running through these horrible conditions, I saw the top of a desert temple and ran straight towards it. I took all the TNT so I could use that for netherite mining if I ever make it. I also found myself something nice in these chests as well. Got 2 diamonds, 3 golden apples and a bunch of bones. It was dark, so I slept in the desert temple, and then eventually tomorrow we'll go out and find our first village. But before I did any of that, I made myself a shield and an iron pickaxe, cooked up a little bit of food, and then we went on our adventure. I came across what can only be described as a mineshaft graveyard, really. I don't know how to describe it. We also found some minecart chests as well, so we searched them and then we moved on. I also found this cursed block. I stayed around hoping to find some more minecarts, and yeah, we found this. A sweet little diamond and some more goodies. I eventually left, saw a savannah biome, and I thought, nope, I am turning round right now. I think I made it back to that same desert biome, but I found a load of sugarcane, so I thought I may as well grab all this right now because it will come in handy later. I made my way to what looked like to be a village, so yeah, I went there. I didn't stay though, I ended up leaving because I don't think anybody likes to set up shop in a desert biome, do they? I don't know, maybe for a challenge, that's fine. Not in a hardcore playthrough. I looted what I could find, which were basically a few hay bales. It was getting dark as you could see, but I found something nice in this chest, so I thought I'd show you. A bit of armor. That sword is just weird as hell, so I didn't use it. I left it, and then I finally went to sleep. As I was leaving, I realised I had a saddle on me to try and get this camel, but for some reason it was like really slow, and I did not want that. That was really slow. I took out the iron golem so I could have his iron ingots. I was trying to find a village all day, and then I saw a dolphin jump out of water. The next day I was in search for this new village I was going to find. Eventually I did find one, and this is where we're going to set up base. And I'm actually glad I did, because what we're about to find is insane, and probably most people will think that this is cheated, but I can guarantee you now what we find is just insane. But before we find the insane things, I first had to set up shop in this village, and I thought I'd just go back to the first hardcore world house and set up shop there again. It was the next day, so I thought I may as well extend this little base that I have to make it a little bit more secure. One of my first goals was, when I entered this village, was to make sure that some of these villages were trapped, just in case that a zombie tried to attack. But the first thing I did was make a sugarcane farm, and then I did that right after. I thought it would be best to trap them at night since they were asleep, but nobody can stop a villager from escaping, really, can they? The next day I went out and gathered a lot of logs so I could start working on a fence. I saw a few cows and I thought I may as well make them a little pen as well. This time it will not be the death of me. I went round taking all of the hay bales I could find. I rang the bell so all the villagers can get inside the houses so they don't get attacked at night, and then I eventually blocked them in. My goal for this village was to put a fence all the way around it, but obviously that would take a lot of wood. But what I eventually ended up doing was moving that farm a bit more closer to this one so they were closer together. I also started building an extension on this house so the villagers had somewhere easy to get to. I built the fence wall 2 blocks high, just in case zombies tried to attack them over the fence. After making sure the villagers were more safe, I thought, you know what, it's time that I go mining. I'm glad I did because there were lots of stuff that I needed down there what I never got in my previous video. I mined as much coal that I could and then eventually digging down to find myself a massive cave. Placed down all the torches that I could and started mining all the iron that I could find. I was also attacked by a weird skeleton with a special ability that made my shield not work. That's helpful knowing that this is in a hardcore world. I just blocked myself in and stood there. As I was taking out this spider, I looked up and I thought, why is there so much copper? It's just too much copper, way too much copper. I know you can get experience from smelting it, but that really takes up all your inventory space. I went further into the mines and I find myself a green skeleton. I have never seen one of these before in my life. I don't know if this is a mod or part of the game. I mean, look at him. He's got a mushroom on his head. Absolutely disgusting. But anyway, I defeated the sewage man and went further on into the caves. As I was making my way more through the cave, I found myself a mine shaft, so I explored it, which took me a long time to find some mine carts. I was finding insane amounts of iron, so I mined literally all that I could see. I made my way into a new part of the cave and found so many diamonds. I have never found this many diamonds or seen this many diamonds before. I'm going to leave the seed of what I'm using in the description, and I'm also going to put the coordinates there so you know that I'm not cheating. As I was fighting this zombie, I realised it was a lot quicker than the other one, so yeah, I had to be extra careful with this one. I also made sure that I was collecting lapis so I didn't have to make loads of trips back down. Found an enderman, so I took him out and got a pearl and continued to mine more diamonds that I saw. I then started making my way out of the cave and started mining everything that I could find, everything that I could get my hands on, everything that I could get too easy. This is where we're right at the end of the video and we ended up stopping it here. The only reason why you're hearing a voiceover for all of it is because the audio didn't record and it corrupted. We left the caves with around 30 diamonds and over a stack of iron. This video would have been a lot longer if I wasn't a bit ill and also the audio didn't corrupt. So yeah, I didn't want to redo the whole thing again because we had such a great start. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this 7-8 minute video. Thank you for watching and there is still more to come and I'll see you in the next one.